What's up, Winter and Sparrow friends? It's your girl Kim, and I am back today with another gastric sleeve related video. That's right, I'm back to talking about all things gastric sleeve. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about eating fast food after gastric sleeve. That's right, fast food after gastric sleeve. So let's get started. Let's get right to it. Now, it would be great if we could avoid all fast food after gastric sleeve, since hey, we want to get thin, trim, and lose that fat. But let's face it, we have to travel, we have to go to work, we've got to run errands, and we can't always take our food with us. Or we might be out with friends and somebody wants to stop at a Wendy's or a Mcdonald's at a Chick-Fil-A. So what do? Sure, you could eat a meal bar that you've got stashed away in your purse, or you could grab a shake, but you do have some options. Now, this video is for people who are at least 6 months out from their surgery. I wouldn't recommend eating any of these foods if you are in the first 6 months after gastric sleeve. So for those of you that don't know, on June 1st, 2019 will be my 2-year, oh my god, I can't believe it, 2-year surgery anniversary. It will be 2 years since I had gastric sleeve. I have lost a total of 100 pounds. In the last couple months, I have not gained, I have not lost, I've pretty much plateaued, and I'm okay with that. Granted, I'd still like to lose a few, but you know, all things in due time. I'm in a healthy weight range, and that's what matters. So let's talk about how I eat out. And we're going to talk about mainly, 4 fast food restaurants. Let me preface this by saying, yes, that was a tail you just saw. That was my cat Bandit hopping from my lap. Anyway, I'm going to preface this by saying I am allergic to seafood, so I do not eat seafood. Yeah, I know, crazy, but that's one of the protein sources that I'm allergic to, so I'm not going to talk about that at all. And I'm going to talk about the 4 fast food restaurants that are pretty popular to eat at. We're going to talk about Chick-Fil-A, Wendy's, McDonald's, and Taco Bell. Yes, Taco Bell. I'm going to talk about the things that I eat when I find myself at one of these fast food restaurants. Let's start with my favorite, Chick-fil-A. Yes, Chick-fil-A chicken is awesome. It's also chock full of protein. Now, it took me about a year after my surgery until I was able to tolerate chicken. And even then, it was still a little rough on my stomach. Chicken is very hard for the stomach to digest. So if you can't eat chicken yet, make sure, don't get disappointed. Try it again at a later time. But if you're out and you stop at a Chick-fil-A, I highly recommend their grilled chicken nuggets. They give you a lot of protein, and they fill you up pretty quick. In the beginning, I could probably eat 2 of them and get full. Now I can eat 3 of them and be okay. Now, if you're not feeling the grilled chicken, you can also do something that I do from time to time. That is, I order a side salad at Chick-fil-A, and then I order 1 Chick-fil-A chicken strip. That's right, just 1. I didn't even know I could do that, but one of the employees at Chick-fil-A told me that I could. So, side salad and 1 Chick-fil-A chicken strip. Cheap meal, right? Anyway, that 1 chicken strip gives you 9 grams of protein. I'm just looking at my notes here. That's not bad for 1 chicken strip. So I will eat that. Of course, the dressing that I pick is usually something light. And remember, don't drink 30 minutes before, 30 minutes after you eat. Another thing that I gravitate to when I go to Chick-fil-A is their chicken noodle soup. I get the small bowl. That has 9 grams of protein also, and usually 1 small bowl filled me up. And I don't eat a lot of noodles, pasta, or breads, pretty much no breads at all, but I can handle the pasta and the chicken noodle soup, so I'll do a small bowl. Now, if neither of those are an option, sometimes I will just get their Greek yogurt parfait, which is really tasty. I like to leave off the granola just because irritable bowel, yeah, not good. It irritates my intestines, so a lot of times I'll leave that off. And it usually comes in its own package, so you can add it or leave it off if you want to. But if you get a small Greek yogurt parfait, that has 12 grams of protein in it. Of course, it's high in natural sugars because of the fruit, but it's a great way to get your protein in, and it's not costly. So, oh, Chick-fil-A, I love you, and I miss your Chick-fil-A sandwiches and that bread. But can't do bread. It just drops into my stomach like a rock. So, let's move on to Wendy's. Wendy's, one of my favorite things to get is a small chili. It's not too spicy, and it doesn't taste plain. It's actually pretty decent. A small chili has 14 grams of protein in it, and I can usually, about 2 years out now, I can get most of the small down, and it'll fill me up. Whatever I can't eat, of course, I'll either save or throw out. But it's a good way to get in your protein is the chili at Wendy's. Also, if you're really craving a cheeseburger, I will order just a regular junior cheeseburger. I'll get the bread. A lot of times I'll give the bread to the birds. Have you ever noticed there's always like a seagull or something hanging around trash cans or parking lots at fast food places? So I know bread's not the best thing for birds, but I can't eat the bread, so I share with the birds. So anyways, tangent there. I will take the bread off and then I'll eat the burger. And the cheeseburger gives you, if you eat the whole thing, which most of us can't after surgery, let's say we eat half, which is about what I can get down. That's going to give you 8 to 10 grams of protein. And for half a cheeseburger, that's a good bit. It fills you up, and it's an excellent source of protein. If worse comes to worse and I'm not feeling either of those, I will get the 4-piece chicken nuggets. Now, the chicken nuggets are fried, which really is a no-no. And since I don't want all that breading and all of that fat to fill me up, a lot of times what I'll do is I will just peel that breading off. That's right, just peel it off. You don't want it filling you up. You don't want the added calories. You probably don't want all the gluten that's in it. You really want the protein primarily. So peel that breading off. You could probably get, I don't know, 3 or 4 of those into you, because once you peel the breading off, they're pretty small. But 4 of those chicken nuggets also will give you about 10 to 12 grams of protein. And for lunch or dinner on the go, that's a good quantity of protein to get. So those are my favorite at Wendy's. So let's move on to McDonald's. McDonald's, oh, not one of my favorite places to eat. Before, when I was overweight, of course I love McDonald's, but now I have a love-hate relationship with McDonald's. I love their fries, but I don't eat them anymore. If I do steal one of my husband's, I only eat 1 French fry. But what do you do when you go to McDonald's? Once again, you can stick with a cheeseburger. Take the bread off, eat half of the burger, see how much you can get. But a cheeseburger really only has about 8 to 10 grams of protein in it at McDonald's. So half of that, you'll only get about 5 grams of protein. Now, why is it less at McDonald's compared to Wendy's? Obviously, McDonald's is using some fillers in their meat. That's the only thing I can think of. Yikes. Anyway, the other option is the Southwest grilled chicken salad that comes with typical salad, little extra goodies, and your chicken. You're not going to be able to eat the whole thing, but it is definitely a healthy option, especially if you choose a light vinaigrette. The whole salad has about 37 grams of protein in it. Even if you eat about half, wow, that's a ton of protein, and it's healthy. You don't have all of those extra fats in it or cholesterol that you would get with a cheeseburger. So that is an option. Also, my very last option at McDonald's is their fruit and yogurt parfait, which has a little bit less protein content in it compared to Wendy's. And one of the things is the McDonald's fruit and yogurt parfait has a lot more sugar in it. So use that as a last resort because it's not really the healthiest. For me, I'd rather eat the cheeseburger than the fruit and yogurt parfait because all of the sugars just do a number to my my system. Also, if you're diabetic or hypoglycemic, or you're worried about that crash that you get if you've had gastric bypass, stay away from the fruit and yogurt parfaits until you know where you stand. Now, let's talk about Taco Bell. Who would have ever thought you could eat at Taco Bell after weight loss surgery? Now, you have to be very careful with Taco Bell because there is a lot of fat in their meats, some of their meats. You can stick with the chicken, which is lower in fat than the beef, but for me, the chicken at Taco Bell doesn't taste as good. I usually stick with the beef. And when I go, I'll get 1 or 2 soft tacos. I'll open the soft taco up. I'll get a spoon and I'll eat the inside, eat the guts of the soft taco. Sounds crazy, but each soft taco, the beef anyway, has about 10 grams of protein in it. Like I said, it's higher in fat content. So you want to obviously not eat Taco Bell every day. Of course, you don't want to eat fast food every day, but we're talking about this because I'm being realistic. I mean, hey, you're going to eat fast food after surgery. You just, once again, everything within limits. So soft taco beef is my first choice. The next is what's called the shredded chicken mini quesadilla. I will do that. That's cheap. Also a lot of protein, 10 grams. And the chicken doesn't have as much fat in it as the beef does. Not really my favorite, but if I'm there, I'll eat it. I'm not going to say, oh no, I don't want anything when I'm at Taco Bell. Not going to happen. Now, the best thing you can get if you want to spend a little bit more money is one of their power bowls. Now, they're huge. If you know you're going to go home afterwards and you can take leftovers, stick with one of the power menu bowls. You can get them in chicken, beef, and I think there's steak. But anyway, of course, the chicken is the best because it's not full of as much fat content and less cholesterol. But the power menu bowls come with black beans, lettuce, pico de gallo, reduced fat, sour cream, I think some light rice, and a few other things. Of course, you're never going to be able to eat the whole thing, and you probably should not be able to eat the whole thing after surgery, or you stretch your stomach out. But that bowl by itself has 27 grams of protein. So even if you can eat half, you'll get around 13 grams of protein. And it's a lot better for you than some of the other options at Taco Bell. So the power menu bowl, definitely a good option. Like I said, if you know you're going to be going home afterwards and you don't mind carrying those leftovers with you. A little bit more expensive than, of course, the dollar soft tacos, but definitely healthier. Now, if there are other fast food restaurants that you'd like me to address in an upcoming video, let me know in the comment section. Like if you want to know what do I eat at KFC or what do I eat at Burger King, or there's another thing like pizza. I have a tricky way of eating pizza and it makes me sad. But if you want to know how I eat pizza or any other fast food restaurant, leave me a comment. Please let me know you're watching. Hit subscribe and hit that like button. And thanks so much for watching. And if you have any questions, let me know. And I'm so glad you're here. And I hope this is helping you on your weight loss journey. We can do it. I can do it. You can do it. We can all do it. So all right, until next time, bye you guys.